Hello and happy Monday. It is September 11th. I am MJ and this is a general reading for the collective. And today I'm using my Raven Stream Tarot. This is my deck that's on the second printing. Yay. It's available on my website. Also, yay. It will never be available on Amazon, just as an FYI, or via mass-produced channels. Only on my website. And it does ship in January. However, I know, and trust me, I'm not too keen about that either. However, I do have some exciting news to share about an upcoming project that I'm doing with Ravenstream. You guys know I've been working on a calendar. Well, I also started putting together a 52-week at a glance spiral book that you can have on your desk. And it has the artwork, lots of artwork from this deck, as well as space to write down notes. There's a little prompt here for you to write your card of the day. I'm pulling it all together as soon as I have the quote back from the printer, so I know how much this is going to cost, if it's even feasible. You know, sometimes things come back and it's like, ooh, can't even, that's not going to work. So anyway, I'll keep you all updated on that. All right, let's get right to it. Let's talk about the energy that's influencing us today, the energy that's impacting our mood, our decisions, how we relate with one another. And I'm going to clear my mind and ask that the guides come in and join us. See what we have going on energetically speaking. All right, so this first card is the energy that's influencing us today, the energy that's impacting our mood, our decisions, how we relate to one another. And we start off, oh, look at this. I like this. I can lean into this. We have this star energy, and you can see here this raven dreamt that there was another raven up in the sky, and it pierced a star. And when it pierced the star, all of these little flower petals came out, and it was just this beautiful illuminating sight, and it just made this bird feel hopeful. It just like made all of the negativity wash away. And so when we have the star energy influencing us today, we are going to feel more hopeful about the future. We're going to think more positively about the future. It doesn't mean that we're going to forget, perhaps some of the stresses that we might have, but we'll feel more equipped, to overcome them. We'll feel more apt to be creative when it comes to, finding solutions, because we're not going to be, in that low vibration mode. We're going to be in a higher vibration mode. And when we're in that higher vibration, we see more opportunities. We allow ourselves a reprieve from feeling anxiety. So lean in to this energy of the star. This is a lovely, lovely energy to help push you forward. If you're feeling kind of logy today, if you're feeling kind of in the dumps, or feeling as though things just aren't working, oh my God, they're not working the way you're wanting them to work, lean into the star energy. It's going to lift you up. It'll lift your spirits up. And it's amazing how all of a sudden, when you start feeling better, new ideas sort of come into your mind, new solutions come in. You're not blocking them. So let's see what the situation is, and we'll see how that star energy influences that situation. And you can see my dogs are having a great time behind me. Hopefully they won't get too loud. Sorry if they do. That's just, that's how dogs are. Oops. All right. Give a nice, good, clear shuffle. Kind of messy there. So the upcoming situation at hand. I'm trying to look at the dogs and my hands at the same time. All right. It's like, this is how they get hurt, just for the record. Just saying. Okay. All right. So here we have this Four of Swords. Not that they ever get really badly hurt, but sometimes Layla, you can see they're pulling with the toy. Sometimes Layla doesn't know her own strength, and she'll whip Loki around, and Loki goes kind of flying through the room. All right. Anyway, let's get back to the reading. Here we have this energy of the Four of Swords. So the situation at hand is one where you're going to take a break. You're going to feel a need to remove yourself, perhaps, from a situation. And, having this star energy influencing us right now, I feel like when you take that time to recognize that you need a break, right, that the energy of the star is going to help you The energy of the star is going to make it feel more comfortable for you to separate yourself perhaps from the group, or separate yourself from others, so that you can heal, so that you can get that inner guidance, so you can think about things more clearly. Um, when you're not distracted, right? When you don't have all these people kind of putting in their 2 cents worth, or demanding your attention, or asking something of you, right? When you can take a break and heal, right? Maybe you've kind of suffered a setback, and having this Four of Swords coming in, this gives you an opportunity to maybe lick your wounds a little bit, but also because we're influenced by the star energy, we're going to feel hopeful at the same time. We might be thinking like, oh God, I just need a break. I just need to just take a day away from everything and just chill out, and having that star coming in as that influencing energy is going to prompt you to think more clearly. It's going to illuminate solutions as well when you're in this Four of Swords space. So let's see who's coming in here as the uninvited house guest. What are they bringing to this party? How are they going to, influence the situation that we have going on right now? We're feeling good. We're feeling hopeful and optimistic. We're taking a break. We're perhaps taking a moment to really contemplate how we got to this position, right? What we're healing from, perhaps, the past experience, really kind of analyzing it in some ways, but also because we have that star influencing us, that when we do analyze it, it's not going to send us into a dread spiral. It's going to make us feel like, oh, okay, well, this is what happened. I got this, I know what's going on. And you're going to feel as though the solution will appear when you take this time off. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So knocking on our door, this uninvited house guest, we have, look at this. We have this energy of the Knight of Cups. So coming in is going to be someone who will lift our spirits, who will make us feel perhaps passionate again about something, someone who will ask us to be more open-hearted, perhaps, or more accepting of a situation, someone who, they might even come in and sweep you off your feet, in some way. Their job, I feel like this person coming in, this Knight of Cups, their job is to help you get your groove back. Now, of course, this Knight is a complex fellow, and depending on your situation, depending on the people in your orbit, right, this Knight might come in as somebody who is brooding in some way as well. They might come in and say, oh God, why are you taking a break? Why? I need you. They might be feeling a lot of emotions right now connected to your departure, or your temporary, I should say, removal of a situation where you decide, I'm going to go alone into this time alone, or this, this retreat, this time of healing, perhaps. And whoever this is coming in here, they might be a very supportive force, right? A very loving, open-hearted energy, someone who comes in and wants you to take time to gather, your thoughts, to gather your emotions, to use that time to heal, to feel optimistic, perhaps. But they also might be someone who comes in who just doesn't understand why you can't be with them all the time, right? They might be someone who needs a lot of attention, and you're taking a break. There could be some friction there because of that, because you need this alone time. You need some downtime. We all need downtime. We all need boundaries. And so depending on how this Knight comes in, depending on who this is in your world, you're either going to find somebody who is extending a great deal of love and support, who's saying, yes, please go take this time. I'll be waiting for you as soon as you get back. There again, we have this star influencing us. That star might also illuminate, though, someone who, although yes, loving, open-hearted, just so passionate about everything, you might find that this star might also illuminate the fact that this person is very needy as well, and it might illuminate a need for you to take a break. So let's see what we have for the advice card, and then I can kind of tie it all together here. Because the Knight does add another, because the Knight can kind of go, they swing like a pendulum. Their emotions run really deep and very strong. And sometimes, depending on where you catch that Knight, it can be a wonderful, exhilarating time. They're very romantic, or they can be depressing, they can end up being like Eeyore, All right, so the overall advice here is the King of Wands. So, again, I feel like with this star influencing us, things are looking up, right? We have a positive outlook. We're feeling more empowered. We're feeling that negativity sort of wash over us. We're replacing it with a high vibration, feeling hopeful and optimistic. And the advice card here is with the King of Wands is that you have that power within you. You've got that little fire in your gut. You have the ability to create that life that you want. You have to get passionate about it for sure, right? You have to get confident in your skills, in your abilities, and recognize that you have within you the power to create the life that you wish to create, or create the situation that you wish to create. It's going to take some time of really going inward, trusting your gut, listening to your own guidance right now, because right now your guidance is going to be the guidance that will move you in the right direction. Other people might have ideas, or they might have, their own opinions. They have their own fears though too, and they also have their own baggage that they bring with them. And so right now, this needs to be about you. You need to think about your thoughts, what you want from the situation. You need to figure out the solution yourself, and coming in, being influenced by the star, you're going to find that that solution will be illuminated. You'll recognize it. And not only will you recognize it, you'll feel powerful enough to go after it. You'll feel that you have within you the strength and the confidence and that creative spark. We all have that creative spark. Some of us, though, dim it, But here with this star influencing us, you're going to find it's illuminated. Now, again, with this Knight coming in, this person, this energy that's coming to your situation might elevate you, might make you feel just in love with life and the situation as a whole. It might make you feel comforted and open-hearted, right? However, keep in mind, depending on because it's like, your story is different than my story, and it's different than the story that my neighbor's story. We all have our own stories here. And so depending on your story, where this Knight fits in, they can either be a supportive energy, loving, supportive, kind, someone who just is ready to help you. Or it could be someone who is so wrapped up in their own emotions, their own fears, their own worries, their own desires, that if they're at all different than what you're coming up with here during this time of solitude, you may find them brooding. You may find them, less than receptive or helpful. So again, you have this spark within you. You're a creative force. You are a force of nature. It's like, this is a time for you to carve out your destiny. This is a time for you to think about, when you emerge here from this time of solitude, what do you want to create? All right, I hope that makes sense. Peace, much love, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.